Good morning, day 49 of the 75-day challenge, getting my walk in. And as I was walking, I was just thinking about how I really want to approach these next 27 days that I have left, including today. And one of the things that I want to do is really push myself harder than I've pushed myself throughout this entire challenge. What I've noticed is that the harder I push myself in doing this 75-day challenge, the more clarity it gives me for my work and my days, and it puts you in the right mode and the right mindset of being of just really proactively tackling things through the day, thinking about them clearly, and just having all around awareness, which I think now more than ever is so important. And it just started raining. But yeah, like I said, if there was ever a time that you have been thinking about working out or getting into shape or just kind of getting some mental clarity, or really working on your awareness, I think that there is absolutely no better time than right now to start. You should start today. Again, the link to this challenge is in my description down below, and the creator of the challenge actually just restarted the challenge himself, Andy Frisella, who you can follow him on Instagram. He posts on a daily basis and it's incredibly helpful, and it's just really cool to see him do it too. So I would highly recommend it. I think it gives you an edge, and right now people need an edge, and I'll do whatever I can to get that edge as well. And I think that this is a big part of it. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up my walk and then on to the day. Hi guys. All right, so day 49 and getting my nightly reading of The Wealthy Gardener done. And so I'm going to jump right into the lesson 4.35. It's called Problems. Only those who solve big problems, believe the wealthy gardener, are fit to harvest wealth. A life of small problems produces a small income. Problems are unwelcome situations to be dealt with and overcome. Only those who overcome two different sentences. Problems are unwelcome situations to be dealt with and overcome. Only those who overcome problems are fit to harvest wealth. A man had a family consisting of 2 small kids and a stay-at-home wife. He was 30. His income was ordinary, and it had a ceiling that maxed out to a plumber's average salary. He worked 6 days a week, had no free time due to family duties, and was frustrated. At the end of every month, living frugally, he saved less than $1,000. How can this man attain financial freedom in 20 years? As you may have guessed, the man in the riddle was once me. When I began my quest for financial freedom, I would write my specific goal at the top of a page and then write "How can I?" below it. Then I could stare at the blank page and wait for ideas, allowing my mind to imagine the possibilities. My daily goal was to record 5 new ideas on a blank page. Just going to highlight this. Through this process, we became inventors of solutions. We became creative strategists who dig for practical plans. We must become more resourceful thinkers. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, said Henry Ford. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason so few engage in it. The method of thinking, how can I, force me to write solutions. Henry Ford wanted to invent the V8 motor, so he hired men to create it. Months after they went to work, no progress had been made. It can't be done, his engineers told him. Keep working on it, said Ford. I want it and I'll have it. Of course, a solution was found for the Ford V8 engine. We always get what we think about, but we get it more assertly if we demand solutions and maintain goals backed by faith. We can come up with the most creative solutions by asking, how can? Problem solving and resourcefulness are critical in life and work. When we are entrusted to handle big problems at work, we become targeted for promotion. When we handle problems, we are valuable to a business. Expecting daily problems doesn't deprive life of joy. Rather, it protects and maintains our best disposition during work. A ready mind is a steady mind. Success comes to those who consistently handle problems. Malcolm Forbes said, "If you have a job without aggravations, you don't have a job. A life of small problems produces little income. Life is not a continuum of pleasant choices," an Indian proverb reminds us, "but of inevitable problems that call for strength, determination, and hard work." The life lesson: problems. I learned there is no success without aggravations, and riches gravitate to those who solve the big problems. And if there was ever a time in the history of everything, we are definitely in a time where we have the opportunity to solve problems and big problems, whether that's on a personal level for you, or it's for your business or your employees, or for whoever you work for. This is definitely a time that if you can put your mind to it and think of solutions, you can offer value. So just a great lesson and a great reminder. And the part that I highlighted as I was reading this was where he said that I would stare at a blank page and wait for ideas, allowing my mind to imagine the possibilities. My daily goal was to record 5 new ideas on the blank page. And that's where he wrote his money goal and would write out, how can I, and ask himself that question. So I highlighted that because I'm definitely going to start doing that. I think that that is a great little activity to do almost on a daily basis to kind of help you reach your goals. So that's really cool. Great reminder. Other than that, just some people were asking kind of what books I listen to or what I follow or what I read. Lately, I've been digging into Franklin D. Roosevelt's fireside chats that he used to do in the 1930s during the Great Depression. I don't know, I find that interesting just because the Great Depression was such a major crisis, and I like to listen to that stuff and just see if there's any patterns or parallels that can be drawn to what we're facing right now. You know, that was an unprecedented time, although that was more of a banking crisis. But this is also an unprecedented time. So I think it's really interesting. YouTube has some really great versions of these fireside chats that became so infamous in our history. So that's been a really good one. Franklin D. Roosevelt's fireside chats. And on that note, that is a wrap on day 49. Thanks for watching, guys, and a link to this book and this challenge is in the description down below. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.